you were sporting like the gray look, man. What you sporting these days? You had like the gray beard going. I'm like, man, Carlton's really mature.
Hey, hey man. No, my daughter said all the time, Dad, you need to go get some just for men. I'm like, baby, if God wanted it to be black, it'll still be black. So we don't sport what's up on my face. So it's all good.
Absolutely, man. So talking bands, this has been a great year for bands, man. Throughout the HBCU landscape. It all starts with that Queen City Battle of the Bands, and then everything just gets started from there. You guys,
right.
I heard you guys put on a heck of a performance to start the season. Who did y'all play? Tulane? Who did y'all play to start the season?
Our first game was against UAB in Birmingham, back at Legion Field again.
Okay, well, yeah, I heard y'all had an outstanding performance there. I heard their crowd was very receptive of the March in Maroon and White. So how would you categorize it? How would you where would you rate this band right here at this point of the season?
Right now, I would give us probably about an 85.
Is it going to get better before Saturday?
Say again?
Is it going to get higher before Saturday?
It better get higher before Saturday. Well, some scholarships going to be deducted. But really, I would rate us right around 85 because we have not yet, in my opinion, hit that scale of what we're looking for. And, each game we're looking to get better and better and better. And so far that's been happening. But I guess my standards are a lot higher than what the students' standards are. And they say that they're doing their best, but they're marching 90s. Okay, well, march 110 then. Maybe then you get it 90.
145.
But there you go. Let me hear more second and third trumpets rather than first trumpets all the time. So let's balance everything out. So the staff and I, we're all on the same accord that we're not where we should be right now, but I think that we'll get closer to it by Saturday.
Now, when you talk about bands, and you know what, you hit the nail right on the head with the whole thing about the first part, and for those that are listening to the show, don't know about the bands, just sit back, you'll understand after this. So, yeah, you got first, second, and third. The first is the highs, the second are your mids, the thirds are your bottom. So somewhere along the way, Carlton, these guys, especially trumpets probably more than any other instrument, have decided that they're just going to take everything up. The first part is going to be up. The second part is going to be up. The third part is going to be up. And it's just, and a lot of times, that's not how the arranger meant for it to be played. So, what do you attribute? Now, see, me personally, I attribute people like Southern University for all of these kids thinking that this is the cool thing. But what do you attribute it to as a director of bands?
Well, I'm not going to call out any other schools or anything like that, but, the social media aspect of where they listen to different bands every week, and they think that, okay, just because this school is doing it that way, that's the way it's supposed to be. And what they don't understand is like you said, when the arranger puts the music where he or she wants it to be, they're looking for a specific sound. And when they take the third and bring it up an octave, or all the parts bring it up an octave, then that's destroying the sonority of that quality of sound that we're listening for. And it's a thick, lush sound that we're listening for. And if it takes it up an octave, then, that creates an empty hole in that voice where those instruments are supposed to be. So, and it's funny you say that because Mr. Mario Warren, our arranger, we were rehearsing yesterday afternoon, and we both stopped the band at the same time, and he just went livid at the trumpet section because they were doing the very thing that you're talking about now. I just stepped back and let them have it because I'm like, bro, if they don't get it then, they ain't going to get it. So they're going to have to go. But the bottom line is, like you were saying, those parts are important. The third part should be the strongest part. The second part should be a little bit lighter than that. The first part should be a little bit lighter than both parts because of the natural acoustics of the instrument. The higher the instrument, the voice of the instrument, the easier it is for those sounds to get out there. And you think about the sousaphones, that's why the bells are up the way that they are, because it takes longer for that sound to get out there to the audience versus even the piccolo. Believe it or not, you can hear piccolo over an entire band. One piccolo over an entire band.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Rodman Harris joke about the piccolo playing the church? You remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Who called my piccolo player?
Right.
I'll be right there.
Right. Well, look, man, I appreciate you for joining me on the show. Of course, I look forward to seeing you this weekend, live and in living color. You know, I talk junk to you on the phone, but, you know, I talk junk to you in person, and you do too. So, can't wait to see you, brother. You know, it seems like I only get to see you like once or twice a year, which is more than enough.
Absolutely.
But look. Hey, I appreciate it, Carlton. Carlton Wright, Director of Bands, Alabama A&M University. What were you saying, sir?
Rob, it's always a pleasure, man. I always enjoy talking to you, man. And when we get over to Atlanta and do some recruiting this year, I'm going to have to give you a call, man. Maybe we can hook up for some lunch or something.
Please do, because what you don't know is that I'm teaching now. So I'm at Columbia High School. So if you come by Columbia High School doing any recruiting over here with Mr. Neely, then please, sir, stop by. I'm right next door to the band room.
Oh, bro, we out there.
Yeah.
Consider it done.
So let's do it, but I'll see you this weekend. All right?
Only thing, we cannot eat lunchroom food, though.
Oh, no lunchroom food. Absolutely not. No. We can go somewhere. You can bring some.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah, so let's do it.
That'll work.
Okay, brother. Well, I appreciate it, man, and look forward to seeing you.
Okay, man. Take care now.
All right. This is the HBCU Report. Rob Calloway, switching gears, going from Alabama A&M University's marching maroon and white to my beloved Alabama State University. Alabama State, oh mother dear, again, we come to thee. And as we say around South Jackson Street, it is a great time to be a Hornet. And right now we're being joined by the head Hornet of sorts around campus. He is the superstar. He is the legend. He is the ultimate salesman. He should be on Shark Tank. You know, he talking about my man, Dr. James Oliver, Director of Bands of Alabama State's Mighty Marching Hornets. First of all, Dr. O, thank you for joining us once again on the show.
Oh, thank you, Rob, man. Anytime, my brother.
With like that introduction?
I love that introduction, brother. Yeah, man. You said it, man. They need to be putting me on some more shows, man, with that type of introduction.
Yeah, you need your own show, man. You definitely need your own show. Mm-hmm. All right, so we are just hours away from the 76th annual McDonald's Magic City Classic presented by Coca Cola, and we find ourselves at historic Legion Field once again. 2:30 kickoff. You know, it's a football game. Well, they say it's a band event. And then it's a football game that takes place within the band event. You know, they say that it's the bands that put the magic in the Magic City and all of that. Mm-hmm. So how you doing, and are you excited about Classic Weekend?
Well, you know what? Classic Weekend is exactly what it's saying. It's a classic. And, man, let me tell you, I'm so excited. My students are excited. Everybody's excited about Magic City because, you know what? This is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, HBCU Classic in the United States, man, and we are excited.
Absolutely, man. Now, you know, what can we expect this year? You know, the band, I've seen videos of the band. Actually haven't seen the band live this year, but I've been seeing a lot of videos, and I've seen that you got the band looking really, really good this year. So are there any surprises for this weekend's performance?
Well, you know, Rob, when we talk, man, I don't let the cat out the bag because, you know, you got them Bulldogs. They still trying to figure their show out. So I don't want to give them no ideas, you know. But we got some great things, man, that we're gonna do. We like to entertain the audience, and you know, we try to do. I guess you can say we try to outdo ourselves. You know, from last year and the year after that. And but we found that the audience love to be entertained, and that's what we're gonna do, man. So I don't want to let the cat out, but they will be entertained. Well,
what I heard was that A&M will go have Melba Moore instead of us having Melba Moore this year, which would be more than welcome.
Yes. You know, sometimes you got to do little things. You know, you're sliding in to do a little this, a little that, but they can have it. They can, you know, they can take their turn. Let me put it like that.
No doubt about it. Man. So it's been, you know, a lot of great things going on within the program. The Honeybees, they continue to garner national attention. And recently did the what was that? The NBC, what is it? America's Got Talent. So
yeah, they did. They recently just did America's Got Talent, and we are now preparing ourselves to go to New York to be on Showtime of Apollo. That's our next, show that we're going to do. They're excited about it coming on, man. And it's the Honeybees is just amazing. They're just amazing girls that is loving having this platform for plus-size lady having to be able to dance and to dance with a wide group of people watching. And these girls they're just beautiful, and they just, oh my God, man. They're just the Honeybees.
Absolutely. Now, when you sat down and were brainstorming, what made you come up with this idea? Because I know that you are the originator of the Honeybees,
yes.
or the curator, if you will. You like the Winnie the Pooh. So what made you come up with this brilliant idea?
Well, I taught high school for a few years too before I went into the college times. And a lot of times we have the plus size young ladies that really they want to dance, but they feel as though that they're too big and there's no place for them. And everybody throws them on the flag. If you can think back, you see plus size girls, they have a flag. So I decided, what could I do differently at Alabama State that I could leave a legacy one day and say, this is something that I did, and what could I do differently that would entertain the audience some more? Because, when you're doing bands, a lot of time, if you look at our bands, we're doing the same format,
Mm-hmm.
And now with social media and everything, you got to step that format up to something else, So I just thought about it, well, why don't I try? And it was a gimmick, Rob, in the beginning it was just a gimmick. Let me ask 5 of my plus-size girls in the band, and they all played instruments at that time. So would they like to just dance? And I want to put something else on the field. And so they said they would try it. I gave it a shot. I actually worked with them on their dance skills the first 5 years.
Oh, you a dancer? And, oh, no. You were the choreographer?
I was, we worked together. Let me put it like that. I knew what I needed. And when I said to them, Rob, and to be totally honest, I said, listen, lady, I don't want to do what the Stingettes are doing. I don't want to do anything that's so, I guess you can say, not so much of a classic, but ballet and all of this. I want street dancing. I want club dancing. This is what I want the Honeybees to be about, the club dancing, because that's what you guys love to do. And that's what I want to put together. I want to organize it a little bit more. And so, man, when I came up with the idea and I thought about the Honeybees, I said, okay, these are sweet girls, and we are the Hornets, so let me connect that with bees. So that's why I call them Honeybees. And so, hey, it was just an idea and a gimmick, and it blew up, man. It blew up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, because after the band comes out and does their thing, everybody gets housed, the Stingettes get housed, then you just shut it down, because once the bees come out there, like, the whole stadium is just going to erupt. It's funny to me because I'm like, like, for people that never see it, and congratulations on the 100 Battle of the Bands, too, by the way, but,
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. But folks, like, in Atlanta that have never seen the band, they'll come to an event like the 100 Battle of the Bands, and they'll, like you said, everybody has the same format. And then when you think it's over and then the bees come out, then it's like a whole nother, it's like a whole nother level. And, that was a brilliant idea. I had to say that. Yeah. I mean, that was one of the more brilliant ideas. Now, something else I heard, and you can just, I know it's true. So you can't even try to fool me on this, because I just talked to Carlton, so I know it's true. So I was asking him about zero quarter. And he was saying that he didn't know how much of a zero quarter it was going to be, because there was going to be a mass band presentation during pregame. So so what are your thoughts about that? You excited about that? The kids excited about that?
Well, you know what? We love to go in the stands,
right,
and get our playing on before the game, because at that point we get a chance to play full tunes.
Mm-hmm.
Because, once the game starts, we can, So it is kind of like we're doing it because I'm going to say political reasons, Rob. we're going out there and do a little pregame. We're going to play together. My students are looking forward to it, only because A&M is there and we're going to do this together.